Mr. Chair, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, thank you very much. I want to recognize Ambassador Asada, who did an excellent job. All you beautiful people from Flores Bank, I'm no stranger. Everybody here know me. My son, everybody else. This is an amazing day because on Sunday at the Mascal Fair, Minister Castro, I spoke to Mr. Raven and Mr. Raven and they said they wanted to do something out here in honor of the 14 men. And so we had a brief little chat. And this is the result of that. Ladies and gentlemen, just a while ago, I got some information that the Supreme Court has agreed to put a little stay, a little delay on the referendum. And we are going back to court tomorrow to try to get that changed. I am a little saddened by those who want to delay or want to say no, because I am not sure. In fact, I am sure they don't know what they want to delay or what they're saying no to. I am sure of that. They don't know. You see, the issue is not the court. The issue is not the court. The issue is what Belize people want. From 1850 to 1946, one whole 96 years, Guatemala recognized the boundary and we were good to go. They had a little quarrel with England over some money. From 1946, a full 72 years, the whole of my life, because I was born in 46, they decided no longer to recognize the border. Our goal, our only goal is to get them to re-recognize that border so that we could do whatever we want. Mark it off, fence it, and stop the incursion. Stop people coming in, come cut with that. Stop people coming in, come pan for gold. Stop people that cross the border illegally. Every country needs to have a border mark off and recognize. Who would disagree with that? Who in here would disagree that in a your piece of land, you need to know where you're pegged in? Who would disagree with that? Now I might know where you live, but I don't know your peg. That be the peg that between you and your neighbor. I might know where you live, but I don't know the peg for your yard that you and your neighbor know that. We need to get Guatemala to re-recognize them pegs. The same pegs they put down in 1860, gone back again and redo in 1929 to 1931 when they moved the pile of stone and they put some monuments and say, this is our park. We need to get them to re-recognize that. That is all we're going for. You got 3 ways to do that. Everything in our life, ladies and gentlemen, got 3. There's a Father, Son, and Holy Ghost if you're a Christian. There's a mother, father, and a child. Everything has 3. Somehow 3 is a magical number. So you only got 3 ways to settle this. 3, only 3, no 4, only 3. The first one is talking. If me and you gonna leave quarrel, we try reason it out. Man, listen to me, man. So. If we can't reason it out, we're gonna second route. And that second route, well, make we go to court, man. And if we don't want to go to court, we're gonna third route. Make we battle it out, man. And we see who win. I whap you up, you whap me up. When you're done, we still have to go to court. There are a set of people in Cairo, you know, 6 brothers in one family dead and 7 in the other. Over one lead passageway through a yard. So this one kill a one, the one kill the one. I forget the name, Tush and something else. They kill 13 people dead over a passageway. When they could have gone to court. So our choice today is whether we're going to court to get Guatemala to re-recognize. And let me tell you what they will re-recognize. That's this piece of paper you got in your hand. This is the title document that was signed in 1859. And in that title document, it said, the boundary between we and Guatemala, middle of the Sarstoon, turn right, Gracias a Just Falls, go up to Garbats Falls, and go straight to the Mexican border. Everything from the east and north of the line, the Belize, everything from the west and south of Guatemala. Just like you got your piece of land title. Guatemala recognized that for 96 years. And then one crazy man wake up one morning and decide, none at all, Melissa es nuestro. Vamos! And it start. So, how you settle that? We try to talk to them. We mediate. We facilitate. We spend millions of dollars back and forth to try reason with them. I could tell you that because I've been part of that. I've been part of the Mixed Commission. We do everything. We had confidence building measures. We signed partial scope trading agreement. All kind of big word. And they will not come to heel. We finally get them for agree. Okay, carry the court. We may push them for court, you know. The PUP may push them for court. The PUP said, go to court. The British said, go to court. We in the UDP now said, go to court. And when we did that, go to court now, we are saying, no, go to court. We no call them bluff. So guess what happened? You know what they say? Well, you lick out the court option. So you're left with one now, and that's the military option. Let's get it on. We ready for that? That we want? People talk about fair tactics. That's not fair tactics, that's real tactics. They say, let's go to court. We prepared for go to court and we accept the decision of the court. All we want is for the court to say, this document is valid. Because they say, no valid. The document that they sign, when they carried out for their parliament, when the British carried out for their parliament, when then together the British can put down the stone, when then together the British can put down the cement monument, they say, oh, that's not valid. We need the court to say that is valid. And if the court says it's valid, which we know the court will say, then Guatemala is back where it belongs. We could then go clear a boundary and we get on as good neighbors. And if they decide to not agree, then the whole world could put pressure upon it. Right now the world can't put pressure upon it, you know. And the world is saying, but yeah man, but we don't have to clear up this boundary thing. We don't have no friend. We don't have them friend too, but we don't have to clear up this boundary thing. It's a common sense, you know. You and your neighbor gonna lead dispute right there in a class bank. And come on me and I say, boy, I guess it's a Ray-Ban. It's a flowers. Me and one other friend, you know, man on the try get a lead line start out. Because I know two of them live here, but me don't know what part one line start and the next line line. But you got a court look at a legal document and say, no man, this is the correct line. Thing done. That is all we're talking about. So now let's talk about the court where we suggest you go. Okay, you got a lot of court. You got Caribbean court, Asian court, African court, European court. This is the world court, where the whole world choose. The whole world choose it. All 100 and, how much countries now? 90 something now. All choose the judges. The judges come from 15 different countries. Big time, powerful countries, smart people. What will the judges do? There are two ways the judges judge. Two ways, only two. And I want to give you only example, and someone who are old enough might know this story. That the man come from around here, but I'm not calling him. This will work for me. When I was 17, see a young girl when I was 16, fully developed, look nice and all of that. As young love is, and get together and the girl get pregnant. So they arrest her and they charge her. And the two family go on the court. So I know someone don't know that. I'm calling him though. Two family go on the court, they cry in a court. You know what the judge say? He said, man, my heart bleed for young love. Bleed for Romeo and Juliet. I understand this. All we could have in this. Nobody knows the girl show me your birth paper. Nobody knows that. That not happen. He said, but my hands are tied by the law. And I must apply the law. And he sent the man to jail, you know. Man come out and marry the girl. See the girl and he had a lot of big name. But he gone to jail. Because if he could have been make one decision on what would have been called equity and justice, he could have used his heart. He could have say, aye man, mama mia, you know this kind of thing, man. Oh no, go get married and done with it. But he had to go by the law. And the law says, if the girl may under 16, jail for you. That's what caught him. When we go to the court has two ways to judge. One is using their heart. And man, make we see how them big old advantageous British may take advantage of their league Guatemala and when they never even understand English and how they may and maybe some case there. That is called ex equo et bono. Justice and equity. We are not going to the court on that basis. We are going to the court on the strict basis of law. So that the court has no opportunity for feel, for sympathize, for think it's strict law. Uno got one treaty? Uno got one agreement? Yes. Wait there. See here. Uno me sign it? Yes. Then they will use the big word on me ratified, which means that did uno go down a House of Parliament, both of uno? The answer is yes. And then just like marriage, when you're married, you know, most of uno know this. If you don't do nothing, you could get it annulled. But once that don't happen, you can't get it annulled, it's called consummate. They were asking, did uno consummate this agreement? The answer is yes. We gone together and put down the stone in 1860. We gone back in 1929 to 31 and we put cement monument and we sign off on it. We agree that at the boundary. The court has said, so what did you do? Where did you Guatemala? Where did you? Then you have some other basis on which the court judge. The court will see who occupied this territory. Me, Godwin House, could tell you that I occupy this territory because just like Mr. Raven and Mr. Flowers, my great-great-great-great-grandpa buried the Yarborough Cemetery. Could walk right now the cemetery in the George Nathaniel House, buried in 1854. And if you talk about the South, just go down there and see the Maya people, man. What language you talk? Quechua and English. Then people cross the other side talk Quechua and Spanish. Why you think they learn English? Because the English were here for centuries. Then, administration. What administration mean? Administration mean you to run things. On this side, we got the Queen picture. If you don't believe me, haul out your $5 bill and see who for picture today. We got English common law. We got one queen. We got one monarchical system, our parliament. Across there, they got a republican system, our president. They got Spanish law based on Teutonic legal system. It's called civil law. And they over across there talk Spanish. Two different administration. And then the most powerful tool we got is that in 1981, man, 144 countries, every country in the world say Belize has the right to that piece of land and all the people, and they should start to run the business. We all celebrate it. 21st of September 1981. Every year we celebrate 21st of September. And if we got any doubt, well, then those are on the way young. Me could tell you that on the 21st morning, we take on everything for our country. The legislature, which is the highest authority, the Speaker of that house was Charles Bartlett Hyde, grandfather of Evanek of Moore side and pa of Evanek side. You see how they make nice. Father grandpa was the Speaker. In the Senate was Cali Coffin. The Prime Minister was George Cadle Price. The leader of the opposition was Theodore Randa. The Chief Justice was Albert Stein, Belizean. The Commissioner of Police was Maxwell Samuels. Please, man. That is how we started. We took over the military, we took over the legislature, we took over the executive, we took over the judiciary. One full country. And ever since then, we've been running it. There are those who say, they're not sure if we run it. Man, how you think I'm a minister of government? Please. We run the country. And the United Nations gave us that full authority. Just a couple of weeks ago, they reaffirmed that countries that got their self-government, their self-determination. In other words, that's in a big word mean you to run your affairs with all the territory belongs to you and nobody else. So the court will take 5 minutes for this, me guarantee you. I don't really understand the iffiness. And the Guatemalan argument where some of them push, oh, Guatemala got claim, Guatemala me got land. Land for read and understand, man, Guatemala got independence in 1821. They actually took possession of that country because in 1821, they still under Mexico Libet. By 1823, the whole of them together become one country. And I think around 1835 or 39, thereabout, 39, Guatemala broke off. Spain, when we supposed to own the land, Spain, from which Guatemala is supposed to get this land, never recognized Guatemala till 1863 May. They signed this agreement 1859. We say, this is the Belize, this is the Guatemala, and that was supposed to be Spain land. 1863. 4 years later, Spain recognized Guatemala. And recognized that in the territory where they got. And then in 1981, Spain recognized Belize fully in this territory. So if that's all Spanish land, the Spanish land say, okay, that piece of you and this piece of for me, some men don't know where them already going. It has now come down to real stupid politics. Real stupid politics. And I'm not afraid to say that, man. Really. Please. There is no way we should delay getting the court to validate with treaty. This is the only legal document we got. I want to ask you again, where would you go to get one legal document validated? Which institution you go? The military? You go to court. So if we want to get this piece of paper, this same one in our hand validated, you have to go to a court to say, this is proper and legal, thing done. That's all. Nothing else. And then you start to talk about, oh, then people could be bribed. But what do we think? Who could bribe the French and the Russians and the Americans, they on it, the French, they on it, the Russians, they on it, the Chinese, they on it, all the big countries in the Security Council. You got Somalia, who are the chair. You got Lebanon, you had Japan, you got Jamaica, you got Australia. And which one of them going to bribe the name? We that rule for sex? Or who we? We going to pay who? What? How we going to get there? Then people will make decisions based on the law. But this has nothing to fear. But then I'm asking again. Let us just say by some remote chance, as then they say, all the judges wake up one morning and get crazy. Something bite me. And then get crazy. And they decide, okay, make we get to Guatemala. What do you think what happened in the world? Every single country that ever has been in Belize's position has won. Everyone. And you think the country then when we lose will take that sitting down? They say, well, how come Guatemala win and we may lose? Libya army are moving at Chad, Nigeria are moving back in at the Cameroon, and the world going bloody crazy. I could tell you that. And the court would be discredited and the United Nations and everything went turn upside down. You think they are restart for Guatemala? Hell no. So I wanted to leave you all with that, my friends. Encourage your friends. No big speech. No education, nothing required. You settle legal matters in a court. If you got your land title, and your land title, the neighbor say, boy, buy that piece of land. You take your title and you go to court, and the court and look on it. We do it every day. As Minister of Lands, every day we are in court with land. Well, I'm not Minister of Lands again, but when I used to be, every day we had court case. Everything. So I don't understand the liars, the great liars in this country who live in a court, that's their environment, now no one go to court. But yet today in Ghana court, so the court could say no go to court. That's the stupidest thing I ever hear. No one go to court. But gone to the other court to make the court to say no go to court. I think that'll lead confusion. Me, ladies and gentlemen, will say to you, that is why I have no issue, no thought, no doubt, no nothing, but that if we want to get the Guatemalans to recognize the validity of the title, then you have to go to one court. Because you could try fight there all you want, that won't work. And they say, well, let's negotiate. We don't negotiate, man. We try all kind of things. If the man don't recognize your title, what is there to negotiate? Only thing to negotiate how much I eat you and give to satisfy you. That's the way I left. Can you say, well, boy, I don't recognize the line. So how much you want to give me? Make we talk now. No, man, you got to one quote, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank Pastor Reynolds for his prayer, the invocation of the Almighty. I thank you all for listening to me. It's a simple, straightforward thing. Decent, civilized, sensible people settle these matters. Let's settle this matter, man. We cannot lose it. The court, we are not going to go to court to fight no claim or no claim. The only claim we know is we claim all 8,867 square miles that belong to we. And all we want the court to do is to say this piece of paper in your hand is valid. Once they say that's valid, I will not even wait around or run down and got the biggest celebration because that's all I'm here. We could take a bulldozer now and clear the line and put our mark off and do whatever we want. And then we'll respect it and we are good to go. That is all. I don't know what else. So that is the only reason we're going. Get the Guatemalans to re-recognize the line. And the way for that is for the court to say, this piece of paper is valid. The one where them is signed, where the British may sign. Because we acquire everything the British may got. They say no valid in 1946, we need the court to say, it is valid. Done! Nothing else. This don't have to cause no enemy and hatred and bad mind and threats and cuss up and things. How else you gonna get that done? And why will you wait? How long you wait to get that done? The next 100 years then you're going to court? Or you wait till they invade and take piece of your land then you're going to court? How much longer will you wait? That is our challenge. So when you leave from here today, whether the court says we must wait to leave it or not, when the vote comes, please go vote. Thank you all very much. Thank you for listening to me. I think the Honorable Minister show up. It's going to be his turn. God bless. Vote yes.